Welcome everybody. Michael Lazaroff here from Signature Cruise Experiences, and we are really excited to have everybody here to talk about Journey of Jazz. It's the second sailing of this amazing cruise. It had a great history. It actually emanates from a Marcus Miller show, and we've turned it into a whole cruise. The first one was off of the West Coast, and it was probably one of the best events that we have ever had. I'm going to turn this over now to our talent director and entertainment director, and one of the newest people at Signature Cruise Experiences, Gene Dobbs Bradford, who has a terrific background in this music, and I've known Gene for 20 something years. Finally, the only way that I could get him to sail on one of our cruises was to hire him. And then once I got him on the ship, we couldn't get him off the ship.
No, absolutely not.
And that's how that worked. So welcome everybody, and Gene, take it away.
Thank you so much. And he's absolutely right. There's nothing more magical than being on board with the world's greatest jazz musicians, listening to great music all day. When I saw the lineup for Journey of Jazz, I was so excited because the hosts are some of my very, very favorite musicians. And to have all of them on one cruise is just going to be an extraordinary experience. And as you all know, this is hosted by Gregory Porter and Marcus Miller, and they are two of the two real once in a lifetime, once in a generation musicians, and we're very fortunate to have with us. Well, we have a special message from our host Gregory Porter that we'd like to share with you now.
Welcome, everybody, and thank you for joining us. I'm so excited to return as host of Journey of Jazz, along with my fantastic co-host, Marcus Miller. Last year, along with an amazing lineup on the ship, we hit the West Coast with great music and fabulous excursions. This year, we have another all-star lineup, and our Journey of Jazz will overnight in the Crescent City, the birthplace of jazz, New Orleans, where our very special guest host will be New Orleans' own Wynton Marsalis. As one of the greatest musicians and leaders in jazz today, the incomparable Wynton Marsalis embodies both jazz and New Orleans. While in New Orleans, you will have a chance to explore that music at great venues with great musicians, sample the famous cuisines at the most popular restaurants, and enjoy private excursions created by our team just for you. It is going to be an incredible cruise with great music and fun on the ship, and more of the same in New Orleans, where the Journey of Jazz began. It is a journey I look forward to sharing with you, and I look forward to seeing you on board. Peace and love, and hope to see you soon.
Well, we're very, very fortunate to have Gregory, have that message from Gregory. We did reach out to Marcus Miller to get a message from him that we were hoping to share with you today, and he couldn't do that, so we did the next best thing. We got him to come on live. So I'm going to welcome to the webinar our good friend Marcus Miller.
How's everybody doing? Man, I'm so excited about this one, Gene, because, as Gregory said, we had an incredible time on the last Journey of Jazz cruise. I'll tell you, the lineup is so ridiculous. If you wanted to see all these amazing jazz artists separately, you'd have to go to jazz concerts all year.
Hmm.
I'm talking about, of course, Gregory Porter, Wynton Marsalis, of course, but we have Cyril Aimé, we have Sullivan Fortner, who's an absolute
Oh
monster
man.
on the piano, and
Hmm.
we should just have a cruise that just features him because he's so ridiculous on the piano. Sean Jones is going to be there. Wycliffe, Harold Lopez Nusa, who's just he's going to have people dancing in the aisles. Gregoire Marais, who plays the harp like you won't believe, so beautiful. Uh,
Hmm.
well, Gregoire actually plays this harp, the harmonica, but
Yeah.
he also performs with Edmar Castaneda, who's a harpist who plays the actual, heavenly harp, and it's so. I'm telling you, it's so gorgeous. You'll be so uplifted when you hear these guys. Kurt Rosenwinkel on the guitar, Herlin Riley on drums, yours truly. It's really going to be incredible. The musicians who we've already got booked, they're as excited as you guys are about being on this ship because they get to hang out with each other. I mean, that doesn't happen either. We usually see each other at the airport. One guy's going this way, the other person going that way, or we see each other in hotel lobbies. But to be able to spend a week together and jam together and to experience each other, it's just inspirational for us. So many collaboration albums have been a
Hmm.
result of these cruises where,
Wow.
you say, man, we need to do something together. You hear that phrase so much backstage. That's
Hmm.
because it's just truly a beautiful experience for everybody involved. Absolutely.
Hey, Marcus, could you tell us a little bit? Michael was mentioning before that this grew out of a program. Could you give us a little bit of background on the creation of the Journey of Jazz?
Well, I had a crazy idea. Uh, I forgot which cruise it was. It was either on the Blue Note at sea or the Smooth Jazz. But a lot of people who were on these cruises, they don't know the whole history of jazz. They know like current stuff, but they're not really as familiar. So I decided to tell the entire history of jazz in an hour and 15 minutes, which of course is completely impossible. But we jumped in. I got these musicians who were on the ship, and these musicians are so talented. They're all known for their individual styles, but they also all know all the different styles. So we
Hmm.
played we played New Orleans with Wycliffe. We played cool jazz with Kurt Rosenwinkel. We played every form of jazz, only like 7 minutes of each one, maybe even
Hmm.
shorter. And I made it to like 1976. That's as
That's
far
good
as I got.
progress, I have to
But
say.
people loved it. And even people who knew about jazz said, "Oh man, I forgot about that," or "I didn't know all the details about that." So anyway, I come off the stage one time after doing one of those shows, really well received. I mean, people, it was sold out each time. And Michael says, "We have to do a cruise based on that story." And
Hmm.
that's how it began. And the thing about Michael Lazaroff is he's like he reminds me of Miles and Wayne Shorter in
Uh,
that he can't play a note, or maybe he plays the drums.
No, not even close.
Yeah, but if he has an idea, he totally trusts his instinctive first idea. So he
hmm
saw the show. He said, "We're doing a cruise based on the history of jazz. We're going to call it the Journey of Jazz. We're actually going to go to different places." And the thing was like fully formed in his head by the time I got off stage. So, and and it was really exciting. And like I said, last cruise, it was exactly what we all hoped it would be. It's just beautiful, a beautiful, beautiful experience.
Yeah, and oh, you know something? I don't think we mentioned our New Orleans host.
No,
Did we not mention
no, you
Mr.
said
Marsalis?
Okay.
No, you mentioned him earlier, I think. But
it.
let's start again. Our our lineup is incredible. Let's start with the incredible Mr. Wynton Marsalis, who I've known since he first arrived in New York back in like 1980, and I've seen him become this upstart trumpet player who had amazing technique, played classical music, played jazz, and literally watched him over the years turn into a literal institution, a jazz institution. So we're really excited to have him. We always assumed that Winton would be too busy to be involved in these cruises.
Hmm.
But when we called him, he surprised. He said yes. It was almost like I've been waiting for the call.
And you know, the interesting thing too is that he hasn't played in his hometown of New Orleans in 10 years.
Wow. All right, so this will be a wonderful homecoming for him as
Hmm.
well, and that's gonna
Yeah.
be it's gonna be really really nice, man. And one of the themes of the Journey of Jazz is the journey where we go to different destinations. We started in Canada, in Vancouver, and worked our way down to LA last year, and now we're headed to New Orleans, which is going to be its own special trip, and we're going to have special events in New Orleans while the boat is docked for a little while. So it's just going to be really cool.
Absolutely, absolutely. Hey, we can't thank you enough for joining us, and I know that everybody who's on this with us is going to have a fantastic time with you all.
Absolutely.
And for those who have never seen Marcus Miller's History of Jazz, it's the best. It's
So
it is,
am I going to do it on the ship? You have a slot for me, right?
yeah, we do. I mean, even if you have been listening to jazz your whole life, you're going to hear it and see it in a perspective and in a presentation that you will never forget. And it just broadens your appreciation and your knowledge, and he makes it so much fun. There's all kinds of books about the history of jazz, but he does it with music, and that's what makes it cool.
Yeah, it's definitely not, like if you decide to take a jazz appreciation course in college just because you need to fill out your credit score or whatever it is. This is not that. We have such a good time. We have such a good time. It's you don't even realize that you're learning anything because we have such a good time. So I can't wait.
Yeah. Well, we can't wait either, and we thank you once again for joining us today. We really, really appreciate it.
Thank you,
He's the
man.
best
Thank you.
host ever.
We'll
Marcus,
see
how
you
many
guys.
cruises do you think you've hosted of ours? It's got to be 40 or 50. Got to be.
Probably 40 or 50. I
Yeah.
started uh ooh 2007.
Yeah.
And our first cruise was in the Mediterranean. Where was it? In the North Sea. It was called the
North
North Sea
Sea.
Jazz Cruise.
North Sea Jazz
And
Cruise.
what happened was we decided to do a European cruise, and we said, uh, the North Sea Jazz Festival happens there. Why don't we do one at the North Sea?
Right.
And we asked them about the weather, and they said, no, the North Sea is calm in the summer. So what we didn't know is they meant relatively calm. So man, the ship is going like this, right? And the amps are starting to slide, and everybody's kind of like, whoa, whoa. And David Sanborn, rest in peace, David Sanborn is standing there like, this is cool. Reminds me of the 60s.
No, I'm
But
gonna
yeah,
paraphrase Mark Twain. The coldest July I ever spent was on the North Sea Jazz
there we
Cruise.
go. There we go. That was the last North Sea cruise we did.
Anyway,
All right.
thank you.
Thank you once again, Marcus,
All
and we
right,
look
guys.
forward to seeing you soon.
Okay, see you soon, everybody. See you on the ship.
Gotcha.
Bye bye.
All right. Now, as we mentioned, we've got wonderful cruise. We have some excellent ports that you've already heard a little bit about. Uh,
Did you tell them about writing in questions? You all can write in
yeah,
questions.
that's right. You all can write in questions if you have any, and we will do our best to answer them. Some of them we're going to try to answer a couple of them at the end, but we do have folks sitting by to hopefully get in and give you a few give you a answer in the chat. So don't hesitate to ask your questions. And so the biggest part, as we said, we have 2 nights or 2 days rather in the Crescent City. This is going to be sailing from Tampa, Florida, to New Orleans for 2 wonderful days there, and we have some wonderful things for you to do while you're there that I'm going to let Michael tell you about as we move to the next slide.
It has been 10 years or more since we've done this, the Jazz Cruise, which is our Astrida Head Jazz Cruise, went to New Orleans, similar circumstances, and we had the best time. We took guests to fabulous restaurants. jazz shows, lots of different things. And it was an insider's high level tour of that great city, and it was just so much fun. This time, when we go back, we've actually doubled everything that we are doing. We're going to have a steamboat tour that's about 4 hours. It takes you all around the city. Mardi Gras
Oh,
World.
so you all know Mardi, of course, New Orleans is famous for the Mardi Gras Parade. This is the place where all the Mardi Gras Parade floats are created and stored. So you get a chance to go through and see years and years of floats and all the other accessories that go along with it. If you've ever wondered about how they're created or what they're like up close, this is a once in a lifetime chance to see them. I've been on this tour. It is absolutely extraordinary, something that I wouldn't have expected, but very, very interesting. You're going to see more representations of Louis Armstrong than you ever thought you'd see in your life.
And all kinds of other really, really cool tours of New Orleans. There's the ghost tour. There's all kinds of events, and we are curating them. We will be hosting them. We will be escorting you. You will not be subject to people outside of our cruise. It's going to be private and a very exclusive. Then we have some amazing culinary events.
But yep, and I think they'll go to
The
the next
next slide
slide.
about that. These are three of the most famous restaurants in New Orleans.
Hmm.
And when when Wynton Marsalis performs on the night that we're in New Orleans, he's going to do one show for half of the guests that is early and one show that is late. So people can either go out to a dinner and then see Wynton's show, or they can see Wynton's show and then go out to dinner. We we will provide all of the transportation. And of course, if there's some other restaurant that you want to go to on your own, terrific. And if you don't want to go, we're gonna have the Rebirth brass band on the ship during that period of time. Now, the next morning, and we'll go to the next slide, we have taken over the entire restaurant of Brennan's, just us, for a spectacular brunch. And Wynton Marsalis will be there, and you'll be able to say hello to him, and it's just going to be wonderful. If you haven't been to Brennan's, that's the original eggs Benedict and beignets and all kinds of crazy stuff. The one thing is for sure, if you have brunch at Brennan's, the next time you eat will be the following day. You won't be able to move. The calorie count of what they serve you there is in the thousands. But it's so cool. But again, it's all ours. The whole thing is ours. By the way, so is the Natchez Steamboat. Just our people, and we're going to have music on that as well. So you're gonna see New Orleans like you wouldn't see it any other
Yeah,
way.
'cause sometimes those restaurants can be kind of difficult to get into.
Almost impossible. And we have some shows at the jazz market,
Yes.
and I'm going to let Gene tell you about those shows.
Yeah, the Jazz Market is a relatively new venue, and it's really the care that went into creating the space was absolutely fantastic. And we have two artists performing there on each of the 2 days that we're there, who really represent the spirit of New Orleans. The first day is going to be trumpeter and vocalist Kermit Ruffins. He's very much carrying on the legacy of Louis Armstrong in that he sings and plays the trumpet. It really gives you that New Orleans flavor, that joy, the spirit, and the competitive musicality that really exemplifies New Orleans. And then, of course, we have Donald Harrison, who is an NEA jazz master. He started he started his early days at Jazz Messengers with folks like Terrence Blanchard. He is absolutely extraordinary. He mixes a lot of different styles into his playing. I hate to but we are talking about New Orleans. It's something of a gumbo of styles. So he'll bring a little bit of funk in there. He's going to bring a little bit of soul. He's going to bring a dash of hip hop. But it's all jazz, and it is absolutely extraordinary. Another interesting thing about Donald Harrison is that he is actually the big chief of one of the Mardi Gras Indian tribes down there. So if you ever see him at the New Orleans Jazz Festival, you'll see him in his full Mardi Gras Indian regalia. I don't think he'll be bringing that out because it's quite extensive. But he's going to be a fantastic show. And as we say, I think that these musicians really exemplify what's going on in the New Orleans jazz scene today. And it's going to be absolutely both of those shows are going to be a lot of fun. And you'll probably with both of them you may want to be getting up to dance. So you'll want to get that in before you go to those restaurants because you want to work have some extra calories to enjoy all that good food.
All of the excursions and the dining experiences and stuff have limits as to the number of people. The sooner that you book it, the better off you will be. We can assist you with that, and it's all done through us. We control that, and these are again, every event is something that we have created just for you. What I love about Journey of Jazz, it is for those who have sailed with us before, you know that when we're on the ship, it is wall-to-wall music. Um, if you can't find something to do on one of our programs, it's on you. Uh, so it's the same thing. We've got Letticy, who is going to be doing her tribute to Dinah Washington, all as part of our Journey of Jazz theme. We've got just unbelievable music all the time, and then when we get to these ports, we're going to have terrific stuff to do, which is something that we haven't done in a while, but we did it with this cruise. We are also doing it with our Bodie at Sea cruise and our a smooth jazz cruise coming up this fall, but that's on the West Coast. But when we went to New Orleans 10 or 11 years ago, people are still talking about that because it was so much fun. And we provide all of the transportation. You don't have to worry about how you're going to get to the ship to the various events. We take care of that, and it's all in very, very nice luxury buses and coaches. So,
Yeah. So now it looks like it's time for our winter free stateroom.
okay.
All right. So we've
We
got
promised you that somebody's going to win a free state.
all right. So the drum roll, please. And our winner is Angela Landers. Angela Landers, congratulations. You are the winner of our free stateroom. I think we will be reaching out to you to let you know, or you can get in touch with us, and we'll get you taken care of. Congratulations. And
Do you have questions?
we do have some questions. So
Let's see where they are.
one of the biggest questions that we've gotten has been will there be music on board when we are in New Orleans? The answer to that is yes, we are going to have. That's when Wynton Marsalis and the Jazz at Lincoln Center Orchestra are going to be performing. So that will be the show. And as we mentioned a little bit earlier, we'll also have earlier before that show, you'll be able to hear Rebirth Brass Band. There's always music on the ship in the evening, every single night. Let's see. Will dinner be, we got one, will dinner on that night be at one of the restaurants, or will dinner be served on board as well? Yes, dinner will be served on board as well. It'll be all these restaurants and everything else that we mentioned. Those are excursions that you can take if you'd like to, but of course we're going to make sure that everybody gets fed.
Yeah, all of the excursions are on top of what is normally on our cruises and not in lieu. All of the specialty dining restaurants will be open on the ship. The main dining will be open on the ship. The Ocean View Cafe will be open on the ship as well.
Hmm. And let's see. Is there? Oh, we had a question about the performers in New Orleans, if they're going to be if at the Jazz Market, if they're both going to be playing, or if they're both going to be playing together, or they're going to have separate shows. They will have separate shows. Kermit will be the first night. Kermit Ruffins will be the first day, and then Donald Harrison the next day.
Yeah. And these are afternoon shows.
So you'll be able to get back in plenty of time for the shows in the
Yeah.
evening.
And we even did the shows such that you could go to Brennan's and then go to the show. You can do one of the tours and then go to the show. You can do two tours.
Hmm.
It's totally up to you as to what you would like to do.
Uh, is it handicapped equipped?
Yes, yes, they are. Those are we have a safe program which handles a disabled um, guests with special needs. The only thing we need to do is you need to tell us up front that you require that. And once you book, you'll get a safe questionnaire. That's SAFE. It is an acronym that I created years ago, and I couldn't tell you what it stood for if my life depended on that. But it's like seating, it's like safe access for entry or something. And we make sure of that. Okay. Every and even the restaurants, one of the restaurants, the only way to get up to the second floor, they have an elevator, but even at the restaurants, we make sure that they are accessible for everyone.
Hmm. And then when will the information and costs of the excursions be posted on the website? It's up there already.
Yeah.
So if you go to our journeyofjazz.com, and then you'll see the information about the excursions. There's a tab for excursions, and the information about all this is there.
Okay. And let me be clear about that. Um, I've been doing this for 26 years. These excursions we are presenting at cost. There is no profit to us, not a dime, with respect to the excursions. We found out the cost, we added some transportation, and that's what you're paying. So we are doing this because we want to enhance your experience in New Orleans, and we've got people that know how to do this, but this is not something that we are trying to turn into an income stream. Okay? It's for you, not for us.
All right. And if we didn't get a chance to answer your question, we will have somebody from our team reach out to you to make sure that you get the answer that we need, or that you need. And let's see, I think that brings us to the end.
Yeah.
So once again, you can visit us on Journey of Jazz, or we you can give us a call at our offices, and we would be happy to help you. We hope we see you all on board. This is going to be an absolutely extraordinary experience, and we hope that you'll be a part of it.
If you haven't seen Gregory Porter live or Marcus Miller live or Wynton Marsalis live, that alone should make you want to do this one. We are talking about three of the most compelling jazz performers in the world today, and we are really, really excited about having them on the cruise. Thanks again, Gene. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Take
Bye.
care.